Diyos aming Ama, ang lahat ng nilalang ay marapat na sumamba sa iyo. Higit sa iyong mga biyaya, sinasamba ka namin dahil ikaw ay ikaw. Lumalapit kami sa iyo, dakilang tagapaglikha, nagsusumamo at humihingi ng kapatawaran. Kami ay nagkulang at nagkasala. Patawarin mo kami sa katigasan ng aming mga puso. Turuan mo kami at dalhin sa inyong kalooban. Tingnan mo kami ng may awa at kahabagan. Hilumin mo po ang aming bayan, ang aming mga mahal sa buhay, kaibigan, kapitbahay, karatig bayan, ganun din ang aming mga kaaway sa pandemyang kinahaharap namin sa COVID-19. Isama niyo na rin ang mga may sakit sa iba't ibang karamdaman. Panginoon, balutin mo kami ng inyong kaluwalhatian. Itago mo kami sa lilim ng inyong mga pakpak laban sa anumang kapahamakan o wala sa oras na kamatayan. Kristo, ang tinapay ng buhay, alalahanin niyo po ang mga namumuno sa aming bansa, ang mga ilaw at haligi ng bawat tahanan, at mga kawani na nagtatanggol sa aming seguridad at mga frontliners. Batid mo, Panginoon, ang mga dinaraanan at bawat ganap sa aming buhay. Espiritong Banal, aming tanggulan at gabay, imulat ang aming mga mata at ipakita si Jesus ang Panginoon at tagapagligtas, ang nag-iisang katotohanan at tanging daan tungo sa Ama. Wala nang iba. Purihin ka, o aming Diyos. Ang presensya mo ay tunay na biyaya ng aming buhay. Ito ang aming samot panalangin sa pangalan ni Jesus, Kordero ng Diyos na nag-aalis ng kasalanan ng mundo. Amen.
Walang kasing saya ang Paskong Pinoy. Dumaan man ang problema at pandemya, kayang-kayang lampasan. Basta't nagdadamayan at nagmamahalan.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Tuloy na tuloy pa rin ang Pasko dito sa V81 Radio, South Manila.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man, ito'y mapapakinggan.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program anchors and producers and do not necessarily reflect the policies and position of this station. Here now is the program for the millennials that will showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erika Mison, together with her fellow millennials, they will be making a difference. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
Good afternoon, everyone. You are now tuned in to Making a Difference. So this is a show created to inspire and motivate the youth of today. My name is Erika Mison, and I will be your host and online friend. Okay, so last episode, I invited three young educators, teachers, who shared their stories and their insights, how they've also adjusted, especially during this pandemic. So, how they also shared some stories they had with their students, and we got to learn what they feel and what they're trying to do to adjust in order to continue the education of their students. So if you want to know more about that episode, we still have it on Making a Difference Facebook page. We also have it on V81 Radio's YouTube channel. So you can watch that episode or even my other episodes in season 1 on those two platforms. So you can check it out after this episode. All right, for this episode, I'm interviewing another youth organization called the Association of Young Environmental Journalists. Now, before I introduce to you the guests, they actually sent to us a very quick video about what they do. So, can we roll that video, please?
The need for writing for the environment is needed more than ever.
There are so many positive stories out there on the environment, and there are so many young writers here in Dumaguete City. But are these stories on environment being told? That's why we wanted to bridge that communication gap of the story and the storyteller. That's why we came up with Camp Sawi, the Students' Environmental Writing Initiative.
The movement was founded first before the org. So Camp Sawi, or Student Environmental Writing Initiative, was actually a 3-day camp to capacitate young student journalists to become environmental journalists. So after that camp, we had a comprehensive learning on environmental journalism and current state of the environment, jargons, and all of these. After that camp, we founded the Association of Young Environmental Journalists.
Before joining Camp Sawi, the thought of writing for the environment haven't really appeared inside my mind. Like, if you want to write about it, you would think, yeah, it's just writing, like what actions you want from it. But after joining Camp Sawi, you realize how powerful writing could be. Dumaguete is a hotspot for tourism. We need to write for the environment because it's one way for us to show that we actually care for it, and then it's one way for us to say that there are things that we can do about it.
Our goal really is to have more people talking about the environment.
There is still a lot of people who don't know what is the current state of the environment. And when you don't know something, you can't appreciate it, you can't find the need to protect it. So that's why our thrust is awareness. And then from that awareness, we work on that. So we tell as much people as possible. So it's parang letting the earth be heard, one person at a time.
We're very proud to say that we have published more than 30 environmental stories from the campers on the local news publications such as Metropost Dumaguete, The Island News, and Negros Chronicle.
Tuloy tayo sa pagbibigay boses sa kahinang kalikasan.
Okay, so there you have it. I'd like to introduce to you the officers of the Association of Young Environmental Journalists. So first, I have Francis Ryan Pabiania. He is the chapter president.
Yes.
Hi, Francis.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for having us today.
Thank you also. Sorry, did I pronounce your last name right? It's Pabiania.
Yeah, it's Fabiania.
Okay, Pabianya. Sorry. So, this is Francis Ryan Pabianya. Then we also have Franz Anthony Alejano. He was the former chapter president naman. Hi, Franz. Okay. And then we have
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, Franz. All right. Then we have April Juanilo. She is the programs officer.
Hi everyone, good afternoon.
Hi, April. Then last but not the least, we have Jan Vince or Javi Marcinal.
Hi everyone, good afternoon.
Hi. So again, these are the officers of the Association of Young Environmental Journalists. So while I was watching the video, I noticed that the organization is based from Dumaguete, right?
Yeah.
So you're
Yes.
all from Dumaguete?
No.
Okay.
No.
So where are you currently
Not all
right now? Wait, sorry, where are you right now?
Who goes first? Okay, I think I'll go first.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm actually not from Dumaguete and I'm not actually based in Dumaguete. So I'm from Antique and I'm also based in Antique and Iloilo. So like it's
I'm
very
actually
far from Dumaguete.
based in
actually.
Bacolod City, but as of time, I here in Isabela, somewhere in rural south province.
Okay. All right. So different parts nga. How about you, April?
Oh, me, I'm from Dumaguete. I'm
Okay.
here in Dumaguete as well. Yeah.
Okay. And France, you are are you also
I'm from Bacolod City.
Bacolod naman? So different areas, no? And I think I'm the only one from Manila. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about the association. So what is the Association of Young Environmental Journalists? What do you guys do?
Yeah. Okay. So, the Association of Young Environmental Journalists, we're a non-profit organization who our task really is to engage and educate civil society on environmental sustainability through youth development and media training. So, in a condensation, we build capacity, we create content, and we increase environmental conversation, because our motto, if you have a motto in life, the organization's motto is like to let the earth be heard. So that's us. A bit of history on the organization. We actually started out as a youth organization. We were a youth-led organization. We're only celebrating a year in as a non-profit, like as an official NGO. So for around 2-3 years, we were a youth-led organization based in Dumaguete City. We started out in 2017.
Okay, so congrats, by the way, on making that transition. You guys are now 1 year. That's really happy to hear that. Okay, so okay, why focus on the environment?
Right. Okay.
And
Okay, sige. Kasi, of all of us here, I was a pioneer camper as well. So I'll
okay.
pretty much just get into it. So unlike other organizations that started out na, okay, we have the org first and then we'll do activities after. Sa IEDGE, it was the other way around for us. So our founder is Valve Steele. He's a graduate of mass communication in Silliman University as well. He graduated in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, in mass communication, we have an environmental journalism class. And then one time, they were tasked to do a news digest, they were basically, what they did was they tallied and they sorted out all the different articles that you can find in a newspaper. So they had a newspaper digest. And then he found out that only around of our national papers, they only publish around 7% or 14% of their content. Only those percentages are environmental stories. And Dumaguete City, we are a coastal town. And for us, there are a lot of environmental issues that are happening around that need more coverage, right? So that's how it sparked our founder's vision to put up a camp, a camp to capacitate student journalists. So the camp is called Camp Sewi, or as in SEWI, that's Students Environmental Writing Initiative. It's actually a play of words from the movie Camp Sawi, di ba? Kasi fun fact rin, at that time, our founder was going through a breakup after 6 years. Yes. So if he watches this, yeah, I just failed you on live broadcast. Sorry. Anyway, so he was going through a breakup after a relationship of 6 years. And of course, marami siyang hinanakit in life. That's why the original branding of the camp was to thrust into your pain and to convert it into something meaningful. And for him, it was letting the hurts of the environment heard. So sa first camp, sa Camp Sewi, there were only 15 campers. And then from that camp, from those graduates, yung campers, that's us, we founded the organization. We formed the organization, the Association of Young Environmental Journalists, or we go by IAJ. And then after that, we replicated Camp Siwi. And then we have our next generation of campers who are here with us now. Si Francis, si Franz, si Javi, ayun. And then, so from a youth org, we've published around, counting 41 stories, 69 stories produced, 41 stories, and we've reached about 400,000 people through online campaigns. And we've also won a Tayo Award in 2018, or part of the 10 accomplished youth organizations. Yeah, so that's us. That's how we came into existence, and this is us still thriving up to now.
Okay. So, personal question. Have you met each other already in person? Because you're not all in Dumaguete.
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
Kasi the camps, they happen in Siliman and the other surrounding universities in Dumaguete City.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, there we go. There's Francis. We have Francis back again. Okay. Now, actually, I want to ask Franz. He's still there. Is Franz still there? Because I want to know. Kasi it says here that he is the chapter president. So ngayon, si Francis ang chapter. Okay, so ngayon si Franz ang nawala. So si Francis is the chapter president, current chapter president. Now si Franz naman was former. What is his position naman now, given na former chapter president? Si Francis din nagsasalita. Okay. Yeah. Okay, sige. So we'll get back to that question. Sorry, na-curious lang talaga ako because I saw we have a chapter president and we also have a former chapter president here on the show. But since I have you two, while we're waiting for the other two to come back on, okay, now, April, you were part of the pioneering team talaga. What do you do as a programs officer?
Oh, okay. So I guess this is also the time where I get to explain the structure of the organization. I mentioned earlier that the organization started out really in Dumaguete City, right? And for so long, Dumaguete City has been the only existing chapter in IAJ, for IAJ. But very recently, we've opened a new chapter in Cagayan, just this August or July, very recently within this quarantine period. So the structure is, there's an IAJ Incorporated. When we became a non-governmental organization, or when we became an official NGO, we had to restructure. We had to change our structure like that of an NGO. So we have an IAJ Incorporated. And then si IAJ Incorporated, yung nag-oversee sa performance or sa activities, ng chapters. So Right now, I'm programs officer for IEDGE Inc. So
Mhm.
medyo na-promote tayo from an original camper na nandun na tayo, working na tayo for IEDGE Inc. So sa programs officer, well, from the name itself, I make sure that the programs or other initiatives for the organization happen. So sa per chapter, they also have their own programs officer, their community relations officer, ganun. Tapos kung sino man yan per chapter, they can communicate to me for if we want to bridge our programs together. Basta sa IAJ, it's a fundamental point for us that our chapters feel like, or that our chapters not just feel like, but our chapters have the discretion to decide how they want to go about in their particular chapter, as long as we're all focused towards the same goal, and that's to empower communities to be more literate and proactive in terms of the environmental issues that we have.
Okay. So, sorry, how many chapters pala kayo currently?
Right now, 2 pa.
2 pa lang. So,
Mm.
that's the Dumaguete chapter.
And
then
Cagayan.
Cagayan. There we go. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, si Javi naman, as Community Relations Officer, what is your role? What do you
So
do?
I'm actually new with the position. I was just elected last month, if I'm not wrong. Yes, last month. So community officer. So parang bago pala ako sa trabaho ko. So I develop and implement the chapter recruitment, expansion, and enrichment plan. And I also ensure a steady expansion of the membership base, as well as provide enrichment activities for members and potential recruits in coordination with the program officer. Kasi may program officer din sa mga chapters. So also to establish, maintain partnerships with various stakeholders such as media partners, what else? Academic institutions, youth organizations, and similar bodies. Ayun po.
Okay. So, yun. Importante din si Community Relations Officer. Congrats, by the way, on being elected.
Thank you.
Good luck with being an officer. I know medyo mabigat pag-officer, but I believe kaya mo naman yan. Okay, now we have Franz back. Franz, I wanted to ask actually, because I noticed that you're the former chapter president. So now, what do you do for the association since you were the former chapter president?
Currently, no, since I'm not part of the set of officers for IEDGE Dumaguete, I'm still a member of the association. Basically contributing to the work, like writing articles, supporting our work in the Facebook page. Also, I also help the officers right now. Because right now currently we are still transitioning, so it's important to not to really help the incoming officers or the present officers for the work that we do.
Okay. So, I'm guessing, no, you parang re-elected your officers last month.
Last month.
Yeah. Okay. Now I understand. All right. So, now that we got to know you all a little bit, no, I forgot to ask each one of you pala, because I really got excited to talk about the association, because you're from Dumaguete, and well, the org is based from Dumaguete, and it's really nice to know that there are more organizations outside Metro Manila. So I think you are the second youth organization or NGO that I interviewed outside the metro. So, okay, did any of you study here in Manila, or you're really all just in your provinces? Talaga?
No, me, I'm here. I finished my bachelor's degree here from Silliman as well.
Okay. How about you, Javi?
Well, currently, I had a lot of schools. Pero currently, I'm homeschooled. So, dito lang ako sa bahay. Chill lang.
Okay. Sorry, if I may ask, how old are you now, Javi?
I'm 19, so
Okay.
senior high school.
Right, right. And in April, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 22.
Okay, that's fine. It's fine. You're over the same age at least. How about you, Franz? Are you still
I'm
studying?
21. I'm 21.
21.
And I'm also studying in Silliman University as a
Okay.
biology student.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm guessing no Javi's the youngest here. Kasi si
Yeah,
Francis, oldest Francis na ba?
He's also
I think
20,
20,
21.
20 or
21.
20.
21.
20.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's again another young organization. I'm 25 by the way. I never got to tell you guys. Well, so there my told you my age live. But okay. Um Sige. So, before we move to the second segment, we are actually going to go on break for a little bit. We have a few announcements. So, after the break, we are going to interview this organization, these officers again, and we're going to find out more about their projects. They have quite a few. They've done quite a few, and we'll also get to know more about their future plans for the association. So we are gonna be right back after these few announcements.
We'll be back shortly, making a difference. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. Connected ka na ba para laging updated sa mga bagong shows, promos, trending news, viral videos, events, o patok na OPM hits? Just follow us on Facebook at V81 Radio South Manila. Simple lang, itype lang ang letter V81 Radio South Manila. O, di ba madali lang? Kaya i-like at i-follow na. Abangan at tumutok lang tuwing Sunday, 1 p.m. dito sa Napalm, your new all-Pinoy alternative music source. At mag-jam, kasama sina Ram Martinez, Isotone, Susakali, at CD and the Years. Dito lang yan sa Napalm, your new all-Pinoy alternative music source. Exclusively on V81 Radio, South Manila. Kabayan, nahuhomesick ka ba? I-download na ang aming mobile app at mag-enjoy sa mga kantang tatak Pinoy and feel like you're home. The V81 Radio mobile app, available in the App Store and Google Play Store. V81 Radio mobile app, free now, free forever. Are you ready to explore a new kind of music? Yung bang kakaiba na hindi mo pa napapakinggan, mga bagong artist? Nagugulat sa inyo sa kanilang awit at tugtugan. Discover them, hear them in Napalm Hour. Ang Napalm ay ang new all-Pinoy alternative music source na para sa kakaibang musika. Alternative artists and bands all the time. Catch them at Napalm Hour. Mondays through Fridays, 12 noon to 1 p.m. and 8 to 9 p.m. Streaming live on V81 Radio mobile app. Kaya i-download mo na for free. Now na! Talagang October to remember dahil hindi din puhuli ang ibang Viva OPM artists na sasabak sa kantahan sa Home Not Alone Songs from Home Season 2 kasama si Papa Gio, Yumi Laksamana, Isid, Solstice, Just Rap, and Sabu. Kaya iset nyo na ang mga kalendaryo nyo tuwing Merkules 7pm California time o Huwebes 10am Pinas time. At samahan si Papa Gio para makipagkulitan, tawanan at kantahan sa Home Not Alone Songs from Home Season 2. Dito yan sa V81 Radio, Los Angeles. Now back to Making a Difference, only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
Welcome back to Making a Difference. So if you are just tuning in right now, my name is Erika Mison and this is Making a Difference, a show created to inspire and motivate our fellow youth. All right, so with me today are the officers of the Association of Young Environmental Journalists. So this was previously a youth organization, now a 1-year-old NGO that empowers communities. They spread awareness on the different environmental issues. I would like to call back again the officers of the association. So we have um, Francis, he is the chapter president. We have Franz, who was the former chapter president. April, who is the programs officer, and Javi, who is the community relations officer. Ayan. Okay, so there's everybody. I hope we're experiencing good internet connection. Alam niyo naman kalaban natin ang internet today, no? Okay, so before the break that we had, we got to know a bit about the association. We even had a video that we played. Now we're going to talk about your different projects. So the projects that you've done already. I believe you have some photos to show, no, while we talk about the project. So here in making a different we photos and video. So this what project? Can you guys hear? Hello. Okay. So
Yes.
okay, great.
Hello.
Okay, so this is what project? Maybe somebody can explain what this is. Wait, April, you're on mute.
There. Okay. Okay. So this is actually a snap from the first ever Camp Sewi. That's us doing the news digest, if I'm not mistaken. We're grouping the different kinds of stories or articles that we found in our newspapers.
All right. Okay. So next, yeah. Okay, so this is still during. Yeah. Okay. Next, what are the other photos that we have? Next, please. Ayan. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a cute photo naman.
Yeah. So those are also snaps of the first Camp Sewi. So our past projects, of course, because it's like our capacitation camp, is Camp Sewi talaga. Like no batch sa IED starts na hindi naga-undergo ng Camp Sewi.
Okay. So parang in a way, initiation kind of yung camp sa week nyo. No? Kinda lang naman.
Kinda. Initiation ba? It's like, hindi ko alam paano siya.
Requirement. I think that's a better term.
Oo, parang it's like, you, actually, sa later on, sa other camps, or sa other generations, you can attend Camp Sewi and decide if you want to join the organization or not. Kasi the camp, it's really a training for young students who have interests in trying to amplify conversations about the environment. So actually, sa Camp Siwi, the second Camp Siwi or the third one, we didn't limit to writers anymore. So anyone, advocates, if you really just had the passion and you just wanted a platform where you can help amplify conversations on the environment, you're welcome to join us.
Okay. Great. Okay. Ayan. So, Camp Sawi. That's what really got my attention, the name. Kasi I know the movie. Galing din kasi nakukuha yung attention ng tao. Camp Sawi.
Yeah.
Join niya. Okay. So, what other projects do we have? I know we have a couple more photos. But yeah, while we're waiting for those photos, no? Okay, I have with me April and Franz. So, ano yung experience nyo sa camp Sawi, April, if you remember.
Oh,
Oo.
so kami,
Yeah.
we underwent a 3-day camp. It was a lot to process. There were a lot of things going on, but it was also really insightful and super progressive na camp because 'di ba some of the other camps we join, it's like okay, it's gonna stay here, but forward leaning yung matrix ng Camp City.
Okay, and si France, kamusta naman
Yeah,
yung
ako kasi
experience?
yung Camp Suey experience ko was like, I think it's like different from the original campers. Kasi, during my time, yung Camp Suey kasi parang university tour yung Camp Suey. So basically from different universities yung mga batch ko na. But in Silliman, mga kasama ko doon si Francis, batch ko yan si Francis, at saka yung ibang set of officers. Ano ba? I like the idea na parang we had a lot of activities na, for example, we counted yung mga in a newspaper, sa tabloids, ganun, ilan yung percentage of environmental stories or articles na makikita. Kasi sometimes kasi doon ko na-realize na yung mga tabloids and yung mga news kadalasan very seldom ka lang makakakita ng environmental story or article. It's very rare. Kaya doon ko na-realize na it's really important to talk about this kasi parang hindi siya masyadong napapag-usapan.
Okay. Yeah, totoo yan. Napansin ko din yan. Kaya this is what you're doing is actually good. We have to be aware talaga about the environment. And we live in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Madami islands din, di ba? So,
That's true.
okay. Alright. Ready na daw yung next batch of photos. Can we show the next batch, please? Excited ako sa mga photos palagi. Okay, so this is another camp sa week, no? Yeah.
Yeah,
Parang
I think that's Camp Suey sa aking batch or sa ibang university. I think that's in Foundation University. Tama ba?
Yeah, tama.
Okay. So, alright. Next, please. Ayan. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are they
Sure.
holding? Are they holding newspapers?
Yeah. I think that's one activity I mentioned. Now we really count yung mga numbers of like articles for environment, for business, for like yung mga criminal tawag dyan, mga ibang
Correct.
issues naman.
Yes.
Conflict.
Oo. Okay. Next, please. Ayan. Sorry, how long pala yung ilang days yun usually?
Sa time ko, it's like 1 day lang, 2 days ata.
Okay. So usually around ganon, 1-2 days lang. Okay. Alright, next. Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Yes naman. Ikaw ba yan?
Yeah, that's me. Don't I look like that naman?
Short hair.
Oo.
Short hair kaya. Okay.
That was the first time we tried to replicate Camp Suey na yung campers na yung nagha-handle.
look.
Okay.
So, super scary guests, ganon.
Okay. Alright. Any other photos? Yan. Very active naman yung mga members. Okay. Or campers. Ganon. Okay. Next. Meron pa ba for this batch? Okay. I think, okay. So, they'll ready the next set of photos, no? Okay. So, yeah. Usually when ang camp sa week?
At April, parang wala namang time talaga.
Walang time. Actually, walang time. Well, it depends on the chapter when we feel like there's a need to recruit again or there's a need to do another Camp Siwi. Because in between Camp Siwis, we do a lot of other IECs and a lot of other partnerships with other organizations. So it really depends. It's the chapter 6 discretion kung when nila feel na okay, it's time to widen this circle. Ganun.
Okay.
Tama.
So this year, nag-Kamsawi ba?
Unfortunately, wala.
Yeah.
Parang wala. Kasi, yun nga, parang bad timing yung mga
Wala. Wala pa.
Wala.
Okay. Okay. So I think ready na yung third batch of photos. I really like photos talaga. Okay. Okay, what is this? Is this a different project naman ba? Or
That's actually as a signing of manifesto ata, where we gather where we gathered yung mga local school pubs, mga publications. Nag-sign sila ng manifesto na parang every year they have to like produce this certain amount of environmental articles sa kanilang mga publications.
Ayan. Okay. So sign na. Okay.
Yeah. So for us, that was a very monumental happening because we got the publications of the major schools in Dumaguete to commit to producing or increasing their environmental coverage, because we were a very young organization then. I think we were still going on to our first year. So our focus then was really campus papers and the local papers.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Next or yun lang ba? Okay. That's it for the third batch, no? Okay. Then we have another batch, another fourth batch of photos. Ayan. There we go. Okay. So while waiting for the fourth batch, okay. Do you have any plans for Camp Sawi to happen? Kasi I heard there are some organizations na they would push through with their camps in a way, or mga talks nila online. So do you have that in the works for Camp Sawi?
Yeah, well, okay. So now that you asked, I'd like to say it na lang. This is a current project, and the other one is a future project. Right now, DepEd IAJ is partnering with DepEd. We have an online training we call the Green Bit Initiative. So it's like Camp Siwi, but what we're doing is it's a module. So it's like everything we learned in Camp Siwi, we're converting it into a module for environmental journalism. So now we're engaging with 100 student journalists and teacher advisors to finish this module. So it's like an online class that's going on, and we partnered with DepEd DRMS, DepEd Central DRMS for this. And early on next year, we hope. Well, it's actually sealed. So after the partnership with DepEd, early on next year, we also have a partnership with U.S. Embassy. It's kind of the same. Yeah, it's kind of the same concept with Kamsiwi, but again, since we have to do things online now, so it's like we're taking Kamsiwi online and we're branching out to Palawan, Mindoro, and Zamboanga, if I'm not mistaken, Palawan, Mindoro. No, Misamis Oriental, I mean, Misamis Oriental. So we're going to train student journalists there from those places, but online lang muna. And then once everything's okay, we hope it will be okay soon. Selected participants from this online training with the U.S. Embassy, we will all converge in Manila for a more in-depth training in environmental journalism. So that's on the process now, and we hope that after those trainings, we will be able to have more branches. Talaga. Right now, kasi the training with DepEd or the Green Bit Initiative with DepEd is with Luzon area. So we have 100 journalists from the Luzon area. So we don't have a Luzon chapter. So hopefully after that, meron na kaming Luzon chapter. So
Right.
that's our plans now. So we tried to just we're gonna merge to online because we have to keep the org going as well, and at the same time, prioritize our safety.
Yeah, true. Sige, will talk about that after we look at your last batch of photos kasi ready na daw yung last batch. I do want to know more about those projects. But okay, what is this? Where is this? Where is this? Is this another seminar? Another?
I think that's what we regularly do also in IEDGE. That's Usapang Kalikasan. So it's like a TED Talk for the environment. So basically, we invite speakers to talk more about um, issues regarding the environment, to talk about something we.
Okay, all right. Cute
Yeah.
naman. Okay.
And
Any
yeah.
other more photos? So this is like during ano activity kaya. Okay, next.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is this? Sorry.
So that's Alfred Dicto
Okay.
from, oh my gosh, wait, please don't hate me. Dapat alam ko to. Sorry, Kuya Alfred. Wait lang. Give me a moment. So anyway, the previous photo that we showed was with Chris Wright of the Climate Tracker. If you know the Climate Tracker, they're an international org as well that trains journalists to be environmental journalists, and they have this really amazing environmental coverage. So anyway, that's Alfred Dicto from the Positive Youth Development Network. So in that training, sa Usapang Kalikasan na yan, we invited 3 speakers. One is Sir Ludwig from the Climate Change Commission of the Philippines. And one is Matthew Besabes, and that's Sir Alfred Dicto. So apart from the CAMSIWIs, we do seminars or lectures from time to time as well on the multifaceted issues on the environment.
Okay. Nice. All right. Any more photos or is that it? Okay. So I think that's the last na of all the photos that were given to us. Okay. So now you mentioned nga a while ago that we have current future plans na it's already starting. You have the Green Bit project, tama ba? With
The Green Bit Initiative.
Yes, with them. So that's more module based. Join that.
Oh, for that one, DepEd selects the participants.
Okay.
Yeah, kasi there has to be, an equal distribution or on how they would select it from the student journalists of the different schools. So parang may appropriate distribution per region.
So ito Luzon based to.
Yeah, that's Luzon based.
Yeah, hopefully you guys get a chapter here na in Metro Manila.
Yeah.
Hopefully. No.
Hopefully.
And then this one is interesting. You mentioned this, the one you are gonna partner with the U.S. Embassy.
Yes.
So you mentioned that there are a few provinces like Palawan.
Yeah.
Misamis Oriental.
Misamis Oriental.
Okay, so you are gonna get participants from those provinces.
Yeah. So if I can just say, right now, the module we're developing with DepEd or the Green Bit Initiative, it's focused on climate change and adaptation, climate change mitigation and adaptation, I mean. And the one we're doing with US Embassy will be focused on coastal marine topics because the regions or the places we're trying to target are those with very important marine waters in the Philippines.
Correct. We have to protect those.
Yes.
They're the pride of of our country. We actually have a question here by Tabawan Bonggao. And the question is, do you have a set of guidelines and or parameters on what type of environmental article / write-up is acceptable for publication in your organization? So parang I think, do you have like, you're gonna focus on this lang or kailangan you have to write this. Pag, how does that go? How do you guys
Kasi we developed this, parang meron kaming guidelines on how we are going to like write. I mean, to like process. Kasi it undergoes editing din naman eh. But with regards to palang parameter or criteria, for us kasi, every issue, every angle sa environmental na mga problems is really important. Kaya parang hindi kami selective. We include every issue and it's really important to talk about them.
Okay. Okay. So basically you're not really limiting
Hindi naman.
it naman.
Yeah. We can talk about a lot of issues sa environment, solid waste, your carbon footprint, yung maraming issues like renewable energy. Ang dami, it's very broad. Kung iisipin
Like in
mo,
general.
yeah, it's like interconnecting eh. Parang you cannot just select and like nitpick a single problem.
Yun nga, that's what I noticed din eh. The environmental is very broad. Ang daming environmental issues. By the way, where can we find the mga publications? Can we also, for example, ako, I just want to read lang your publication.
Oh my gosh, that's a good question. Kasi we would like to promote kasi we
Our
just
website.
launched our website.
Yeah.
You can check the articles from www.iedge.org.
Okay. So have each one of you written an article?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's in there? So that's www.iedge.org. Okay. So yeah, for example, I just want to read what you guys
.org.
Okay.
Yeah, please visit the website. And also the website, you can find it there if anyone wants to connect with us or wants to publish stories. We are more than welcome to discuss things with you. You can connect with us there.
Yep. Okay. Sige. So we are gonna go on a little break for a bit. But when we come back, we are gonna talk again, of course, to these officers, and we're gonna dive a little deeper with them. I'm trying to make a fun here, guys, with this environment. So we're gonna get to know their experiences while being a member or being an officer for the association. So we are gonna be right back after the commercial break. See you guys in a bit.
We'll be back shortly, making a difference. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. Connected ka na ba para laging updated sa mga bagong shows, promos, trending news, viral videos, events, o patok na OPM hits? Just follow us on Facebook at V81 Radio South Manila. Simple lang, itype lang ang letter V81 Radio South Manila. O di ba madali lang? Kaya i-like at i-follow na. Gusto niyo ba ng bagong tracks na mapapakinggan ngayong October?
Pwede bang mapakilala? Is that I better left cause I'm walking? Ba't sabi mo hindi mo ko iwan?
Abangan at tumutok lang tuwing Sunday, 1 p.m. dito sa Napalm, your new all-Pinoy alternative music source. At makijam, kasama sina Ram Martinez, Isotone, Susa Calle, at CD and the Years. Dito lang yan sa Napalm, your new all-Pinoy alternative music source. Exclusively on V81 Radio, South Manila. Kabayan, nahuhomesick ka ba? I-download na ang aming mobile app at mag-enjoy sa mga kantang tatak Pinoy and feel like you're home. The V81 Radio mobile app, available in the App Store and Google Play Store. V81 Radio mobile app, free now, free forever. Are you ready to explore a new kind of music? Yung bang kakaiba na hindi mo pa napapakinggan, mga bagong artist? Nagugulat sa inyo sa kanilang awit at tugtugan. Discover them, hear them in Napalm Hour. Ang Napalm ay ang new all-Pinoy alternative music source na para sa kakaibang musika. Alternative artists and bands all the time. Catch them at Napalm Hour. Mondays through Fridays, 12 noon to 1 p.m. and 8 to 9 p.m. Streaming live on V81 Radio mobile app. Kaya i-download mo na for free. Now na! hanggang October to remember. Dahil hindi din pahuhuli ang ibang Viva OPM artists na sasabak sa kantahan sa Home Not Alone Songs from Home Season 2 kasama si Papa Gio, Yumi Laksamana, Isid, Solstice, Just Rap, and Sabu. Kaya iset nyo na ang mga kalendaryo nyo tuwing Merkules 7pm California time o Huwebes 10am Pinas time. At samahan si Papa Gio para makipagkulitan, tawanan at kantahan sa Home Not Alone Songs from Home Season 2. Dito yan sa V81 Radio, Los Angeles. Now back to Making a Difference, only here on V81 Radio, South Manila.
Welcome back to Making a Difference. My name is Erika Mison, and for this episode, I have been interviewing the Association of Young Environmental Journalists. They were formerly a youth organization, and now they are an NGO, and it's been a year. So they're also based in Dumaguete. They're based outside the metro. And I have with me 4 of the current officers of the association. I have with me Francis, who is the chapter president, Franz, who was the former chapter president, Javi, who is a community relations officer. A while ago, I had April. She is the program officer, but she had to head out early because I heard you have an ongoing seminar right now. Am I right?
Yeah.
With
Okay.
DepEd.
Okay. Okay. So it's with DepEd. So is that the whole
Like with what she's talking about, Nina.
Okay, so yun pala yun. Okay. Now, usually in my last segment, I like talking to my kids. I go a bit personal. I would want to know your experiences as a member or as an officer. What struck you the most while volunteering? Maybe there's a certain project that you did that really struck you and you told yourself, okay, I'm gonna remember this till the end. May mga experiences na ba kayo na ganon? Maybe we can start, sorry kasi you're the youngest. Okay, you're the youngest, so we'll start with Javi.
So siguro like yung with my, because like limited talaga yung work ko with Ayedge because like I'm not based in Dumaguete, like I'm far from them. Pero there was this one time that I cannot forget, like nung team building namin, and then there was this one lecture with another member. Her name is Jaya, and I remember she was talking about human rights and at the same time talking about the environment, and it really struck me. And with that, parang dinala ko siya, and with my field work here in Antique, I realized na they're really interlinked together, human rights and the environment, and that really motivated me to write more about the people behind the conservation work, the people behind the environment, why it is important. So as a humanities student, that's where I want to improve more with my work in Ayedge, is I want to humanize more the environmental advocacy. I want people to know more that there are people suffering, that there are people working to make improvement to save our environment, because at the end of the day, these people are the unsung heroes. These people are the people who are directly suffering from what we are doing with our environment. Because to be honest, there is no problem with the environment right now. I think the problem with the environment is the humans, our unsustainable activities is making the environment, is killing the environment. So I want as people as young as me to realize and to understand that this is not just about the environment. This is also about us. This is also about the people. So I think that's the biggest realization I made when I entered Ayedge.
Nice. I agree. It's really how we treat the environment. So it's nice that you're spreading awareness, because we need to start taking action as early as now. So thank you, Javi, for sharing.
Thank you.
How about Francis? Ayan si Mr. Chapter President, medyo nawawala.
Yeah.
I'm glad na you're still here.
Kaya nga,
Oo. So ikaw, any experience?
still fighting kasi yung hina na connection.
Sige, go
Yeah,
ahead.
actually, I just want to share this story, no, na nagsimula ako, like, I just saw them during their first camps away, and then I was just like, kaya ko ba yan, that what they are really doing, like, they are really into it, like, going deeper sa side ng environment. So, after on a year, like, na-try ko na, they encourage me, why not try to go beyond the borders nga. You just have to talk, aside from currently doing like more on tourism, environmental conversation appreciation, and more on ecotourism. Because of IEDGE, I found that nga mas maganda pala na we have to focus on what really matters and what is the impact issues in environment. So parang ganun, like we have to deal with the local issues, not just as a whole, as the earth, because in the end we still have to go back on the grassroots levels, because they're primarily para sa akin sila yung may malaking problema na kakaharapin, that they don't have that privilege or that opportunity na they have to surpass what environment is trying to affect us. So parang ganun, like in the end, there's ito yung common na papanggalingan natin, ito yung future, ito yung current what we have right now. So it is all connected on all aspects of our life. Health, human rights, any other issues. So for this, yun po.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chapter President. Ayan, narinig natin magsalita si Chapter President. Thank you for sharing. Great insights. Okay, so how about France?
Kanina pa ako nag-iisip na while they are talking. I'm trying to single out one specific activity sa IEDGE na nag-struck talaga sa akin. Siguro nag-start talaga yung IEDGE journey ko with just joining Camp Subi, of course. But more than that, yung parang we were invited in a summit, the Digital Youth Summit, where we participated with the organizations from around the Philippines. No? There we won a grant for our project 1.5. It's an art exhibit for the climate. So doon ko na-realize na ang dami palang pwedeng gawin. Like yung environmental advocacy is very broad, na pwede mo siyang pwede kang gumawa ng kahit ano just to contribute to that conservation work ng mga tao. Just that art exhibit lang, no, na-realize ko na ang powerful rin pala ng mga art. And ang daming pwedeng magawa sa like journalism din. Sa other side naman ng environmental conservation work. Well, kasi ako, yung background ko is primarily on like science, the science part, kasi I'm a biology student. And yung part naman talaga na na-inspire talaga akong mag-contribute sa IEDGE is yung documentary sana na supposed to be gagawin namin, kaso lang naantala because of COVID. We were set to document yung status ng mga endemic and endangered species in captivity dito sa aming island. We have this zoo with these endemic animals, but the condition is parang hindi talaga good for them. Yung question nga na they are dying in the wild, but are they dying in captivity too? Yun yung gusto naming malaman. Kaya nasayangan ako sa ganung opportunity sana na ipagpatuloy yung documentary, because like, the work of journalists talaga is to really know about these issues, to really dig deeper talaga sa mga nangyayari sa ating paligid.
Oh, keep that in mind. That's actually a good question. Very, very good
Diba?
question. Maybe after the pandemic, baka matuloy niyo yun. That's a very good idea. Thank you for sharing, Frank. I actually have another question. So we were discussing this a while ago before the break, and you mentioned it also. The three of you mentioned it. Na environmental issues, very broad, ang dami.
Mhm.
Dami talaga under the sun. So there are some actually na medyo controversial. So controversial meaning mga ano ba, illegal logging or sa
Yeah.
mining, ganyan. Now, have you ever experienced, anyone can answer, have you ever experienced or have you ever had this unforgettable experience where na-involved sa controversy, sa controversy na yun? Because of something na nasulat about that, tapos naging controversy. May na-experience na ba kayo na gano'n with Ayen?
Sa ngayon, parang wala. I mean, our organization like parang wala pa kami as of now may nasulat na parang naging like controversial talaga. Kasi yung mga issues dito sa especially sa Dumaguete like ang daming issues but like hindi namin gusto yung maging parang hostile about like these issues. Like parang we really want to know about the sides of like every angle. Like for example, like one issue dito is yung reclamation, ongoing reclamation sa Dumaguete. We talked about it. We interviewed a lot of people, pero parang it's not yung parang controversial talaga na pagkasulat. It's not we do editorials but we do more about like news articles, like unbiased talaga ng mga articles.
Okay. That's good. That's great. You have to still also watch out din with what you say. Kasi again, madaming topics under environment and some can cause controversies.
Yeah.
But so far, okay pa naman kayo, which is good.
So far. And one thing kasi na parang tinuro sa amin ng mga like older batches na parang mag-ingat din kasi Philippines is admittedly one of the most dangerous places for environmental defenders and like journalists specifically. It's not safe, and especially we're young pa at saka ang dami pa namin pwedeng magawa ganun. Pero pinag-iingat lang naman. Pero it doesn't mean that we will stop writing about it. We will stop talking about it because there's a need to talk about it. Yun lang.
Yes. Very much, especially here in the Philippines. I cannot stress that enough. We need to protect what we have, right? I'm very sure you all agree with that. Okay, so before we end today's episode, maybe actually I want to give you this time to really promote Ayedge. Maybe may mga upcoming projects kayo in the next couple of months, or are you actually open to membership? I forgot to ask. Ano pala yun? Like, what if I want to be a member, pero nasa Metro Manila ako, ganon.
Francis, would you like to talk about it?
Medyo. You're on mute lang, Francis. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Like actually, we're still planning and processing about our membership this time since we just had elected our officers. But we are always open for all, let's say, youth or journalists out there to join us and to spread what's really, especially when we are talking about environment. So we will just have to update through our social media sites, our Facebook, our web, for announcements for the new membership. But we are still currently planning out everything, including our future projects this time, together with the new set of officers. And maybe we could go online and always tell stories in different aspects and platforms that we currently have. As soon as we could still reach out, and the storytelling about environment will never end.
Okay. So, are you only
May
on
friends na kayo.
Ay, sorry. The current platforms that we have, yun yung, as we have mentioned, we're on the Facebook page. We also have our Instagram, but not we're not that active in Instagram naman. We
Okay.
also have Twitter, not also active in there. Yung two primary platforms talaga is yung Facebook page at saka yung website. So our website is www.ayedge.org. So we need a lot of people to view that because nandun lahat ng gusto nyong malaman about our organization.
Okay, got it. And then if we want to contact you, your contact details are
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Sige. Okay. Again, I always
Yes.
do this to my guests. If I give them time to give their personal shout outs to anyone, friends, family. So baka may mga shout outs kayo dyan. We can start with chapter president, Francis. Any shout outs that you would want to give?
Maybe a shout out to everyone, especially yeah, we are all in this together. So maybe everyone.
Okay, mainly everyone daw, especially viewers.
No bias.
Thank you, Francis. Okay, si Fran. Any shout-
Ako, marami akong gustong i-shout out.
Go.
Especially sa mga IEDGE talaga. Yung mga members natin dyan from all over the Philippines. A happy viewing and I hope mas strengthen natin yung work natin. And also, shout out dyan sa mga friends ko from Bacolod, from Dumaguete, from anywhere else in the world. Meron ako mga friends from Southeast Asian countries. Hi.
Nice. Okay, thank you, Fran. Okay, and Javi, any shout out?
So shout out. So shout out like siguro because I'm the youngest. I wanna do a shout out to all the young people na want to start or siguro takot sila na mag-start kasi bata pa sila or anything. So I just want to say shout out to them na it's not about the age, it's not about the numbers kung how old are you or whatever. Mas maganda na you start young. And this is not just a job of us. This is not just a job of an environmentalist, but this is a job of everyone. Our collective effort can, produce ripples of positive environmental change. And I want to shout out also to our pioneer president, Mr. Jayvan Poblador, who is watching right now. Kasi,
hi, Jayvan!
And also, I want to shout out to my friends. I don't know if they're watching, pero shout out to my friends and my people people I know from all over the Philippines. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Oh, thank you, Javi. That's really good advice. Baka, actually, naisip ko din. Baka, actually, I would want to hear from the chapter president. Medyo in and out siya throughout the show. So maybe you have a piece of advice that you would want to give to the just like Javi, to the younger. So maybe you have a piece of advice to the youth who want to help spread awareness. They don't know where to start. So maybe you have tips for them.
Okay. Yes, there's the knowledge. That's of the moment. But every time that there's a door that is opening, try always to get in, enter, and be part of something that you believe and you stand for. And then there's no age limit. If you want it, then you can do it. So everything has this possibility that we can do for the earth, not just for the earth, but we are all connected to this earth, and which includes ourselves. So we could start young, and this is not your effort only, but it is a political will, our collective effort to protect the environment. So storytelling has a vast platforms to use. Could it be anything or anywhere that you are comfortable with? So it's a matter of trying to get in to any of those things. So use what you have, then try to influence, educate, and as well as why not try to entertain for that what I think really is it effective to everyone. So start now and let the earth be heard.
Nice. I like that. Thank you so much. At narinig na natin finally si
Copy
Dr.
ko.
President. How about France? Maybe you also have a piece of
Ano lang, like one piece of advice is as a young environmentalist, we can manifest like kahit hindi ako kahit hindi ka environmentalist, you can manifest environmentalism in so many
Mhm.
ways. Like I'm also like an advocate for vegetarianism, meatless consumption of food. So I advocate also for that. So maybe you can start somewhere. Like I started being an environmentalist by just joining yung mga seminars din ganun and mga activities. Pero nag-strengthen lang yun kasi I got to like meet a lot of people from various walks of life. And importante din as a youth, as a young advocate to really expand your network, make friends with a lot of people to collaborate with the work. Kasi yung work for the environment hindi lang ito pang sayo lang. Like it's a work for everyone. Like a lot of people can help you in your advocacy. So find your strength kung saan ka magaling, use that strength and ask people for help para mas strengthen mo yung advocacy mo. Kasi kasi si Ayej like we are inclusive. Like if you like to write, if you like to take photos, if you like to speak, Ayej is a very good platform for you to strengthen that skill. So again, there's a lot of ways to let the earth in letting the earth be heard. Yun lang.
Thank you, thank you, Francis, Javi, and April, for joining today's episode. I super appreciate it. I know you're in different places today, different provinces, sorry.
Yeah.
But we all got together and we were able to talk about the association. So, God bless with your association. I wish you all the best for this. And I hope to meet you guys in person eventually. That would
Hopefully.
that would be nice, no? If ever makarating man ako sa Bacolod or Dumaguete, there's also Antique pala. Ayun, so thank you so much for today. Thank you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so there you go. That was the Association of Young Environmental Journalists. They are again based in Dumaguete, and then they have another chapter in Cagayan de Oro. So the officers that you saw today that I had here on my show were in different provinces, Bacolod, and Dumaguete, of course. So I hope you all learned something from them today. That is why I made this show. I created the show is for the view or for the basically the viewers to really learn and be inspired by these by the youth that I have here on my show. So I totally agree with them. Age does not matter. If you want to start something, go ahead and go start it already. Nothing should stop you, especially for those who are environmentalists or have a passion to really spread awareness on the environment. I know there are a lot of people, especially the youth, who really care about the environment today. So speak up, let your voice be heard, and yeah, help the environment. Especially our country, we are very blessed to have all these natural resources, so it's time that we start taking care of what we have. So that is it for today. I would just like to give a shout out to Aliyah. I saw your comment a while ago. And Aliyah is a anchor here on V81 as well. She's the anchor of Beauty in a Box. She is on break actually, so, and she's gonna start her second season pretty soon. So I can't wait for that. And we have more shows on V81 Radio South Manila. Tomorrow we have Talk Shop Asia in the morning, then Napalm, if you've been watching the commercials, all about Pinoy alternative music, that's in the afternoon. And then of course, to end your Sunday nights, we have Let's Chat with Tita Gracie. So those are the shows, including Making a Difference, that you can find on V81 Radio South Manila. Okay, so that ends today's show. Please don't forget to follow Making a Difference on Facebook, and also follow V81 Radio as well on Facebook. If you have any ideas, or if you want to be featured on this show, we are very, very open to that. Just send us a message on Making a Difference, and we will for sure get back to you. Next week will be the last episode of my second season, so you wouldn't want to miss this last episode. I'm pretty excited for this. And yeah, again, please don't forget to wear your face masks if you need to go out, practice social distancing. We're still going through this pandemic. It's not over just yet. So please, guys, stay safe and stay healthy. I will see you next week for my season finale. Wow, season finale. Thanks, guys. I'll see you same time, same place. Bye.
The program for the millennials that will showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Making a difference. Making a difference. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erika Mison. Together with her cool millennials, they will be making a difference. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio. South Manila. Walang kasing saya ang Paskong Pinoy. Dumaan man ang problema at pandemya, kayang-kayang lampasan. Basta't nagdadamayan at nagmamahalan.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Tuloy na tuloy pa rin ang Pasko dito sa V81 Radio, South Manila.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy.